Yo, what up, everybody? So today we're going to talk about Gavin Newsom and his unsuccessful trolling campaign, pretending to be Trump, even though liberals are congratulating Gavin Newsom on his portrayal of imitating Trump. And they hate Trump, but they love when Newsom acts like Trump. You know, make that make sense, you know? They're just like, he's the new second coming, the new libtard god, apparently. And what they don't realize is that this guy has a record of failure. He has no success to stand on. He's a complete joke in California. Californians literally move out of the state. If you're a good governor, you move into a state because it's governed well. If you're a bad governor, you have a mass exodus of people, which is what has happened in California. He's had a mass exodus of people. Businesses, this guy's such a moron. He's got businesses, Bed Bath & Beyond, saying we're not coming back to California after have been gone for 2 years. After he brags about how California has a better economy than Texas, because Texas has the fastest growing economy right now, because all the businesses are moving there. He's just a moron. So he's bragging about not having jobs come back to California again. So let's and the whole truck driver thing, he tried to troll Trump on, and he's terrible at it because this guy lies about everything. He is a record of no success. Billions gone to homeless, billions gone to his stupid little train project that nothing's done. And the $100 million of fire aid, where did that go? It's funny, everybody just stopped talking about that $100 million in fire aid that just disappeared.
These illegals that were in Florida.
This story.
They shouldn't have never had a CDL license, but they got one in California. We brought you this story yesterday.
They give illegals.
Looks like they were able to. It was denied. The work permit was denied by the Trump administration, but the Biden administration granted him that work visa.
But of course,
so he was denied under Trump. Okay, remember that.
Stop Governor Gavin Newsom from deciding to continue his trying to cosplay as Donald Trump by getting on Twitter and talking a big game, talking smack, saying, hey, genius, talking to the Trump administration. The federal government, Trump admin, already confirmed that this guy meets federal and state immigration requirements. You issued him a work permit as usual.
Nope.
The Trump administration is either lying or clueless. P.S. at Grok, who was the president in 2018. So this was all part of Gavin Newsom trying to pretend like...
But he didn't ask the most important question. Who issued him that work permit? Isn't that a little bit more important than who was president? But liberals don't understand that they omit things on purpose.
Tough guy like Donald Trump because he doesn't have enough to do in his own state, like rebuilding neighborhoods that were burned to the ground by the wildfires.
Yeah,
Tricia McLaughlin,
there's another failure.
DHS Assistant Secretary responds and absolutely destroys him, saying false. Harjinder Singh, who's the driver of the truck that did the illegal U-turn, who's an illegal and should not have had a license, is in the United States illegally, and his work authorization was rejected under the Trump administration on September 14th, 2020. It was later approved under the Biden administration, June 9th, 2021. The state of California issues commercial driver's licenses. There is no national CDL. Sincerely, genius. So she came bringing the receipts and dropped a ton of bricks on Gavin Newsom's head.
I love that she knows the exact dates.
Oh, yeah.
September 14th. You know, that's when Donald Trump denied it. This is all because Gavin Newsom was getting criticized because there's that car accident on the Florida Turnpike where this guy, this illegal immigrant's doing the U-turn, barely even has an expression after he realizes the minivan doesn't have time to stop and slams.
Completely devoid of human emotion. And these are the people that we let in here. And it gets worse, too.
Underneath his truck, look at that. Three people died in that, killed 3 people, and he has barely an expression when he's caught on his dash camera. And then he ends up in California. They arrest him out in California in Stockton and charge him with 3 counts of vehicle homicide and says that he entered the U.S. illegally. Then Gavin Newsom was criticized for giving him this, what's the license called? The truck driver?
Commercial driver's license.
Yes.
Well, real quickly before we move on to DeSantis' response to this, I think, Ainsley, you brought up an important point. His face was just stone cold as this happened.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to note that 2 people died on the scene, right? The other person died in the hospital, but the white coat that was put over their body on the scene, and you have no reaction to those
standing there looking real stupid
over a stupid turn. So, I don't care if you, I mean, if you're in the...
Because he can't read signs, because he can't speak English. Yeah, it's confirmed. He can't speak English. The dude doesn't even understand the signs. They showed him 10 signs. He got 1 of them right or 2 of them right out of 10. And somehow he got a commercial driver's license.
Legally or illegally, you should know.
And
you
it's
can't
not like
turn the car.
And it's not like he's driving an SUV. He's driving an 18-wheeler and does a U-turn on the interstate.
It's idiotic to give driver's licenses to illegal aliens. But the idea that you're going to give a driver's license, a commercial driver's license no less, to somebody driving a 100,000-pound missile up and down the highways, are you freaking kidding me? I don't know how this could possibly have happened, but I hope the people who made those decisions are held criminally and liable and civilly.
Ron DeSantis is trying to get him extradited back to Florida so that he can go through the court system.
All right, now let's check out another clip because it's just this dude is just the worst. Newsom's newest scam is failing, and he's not going to be the next president because he's such an awful human being. Not to mention he's an even worse governor. So libtards need to give up this pipe dream. Like, the rest of the country doesn't really know who he is, but whenever they do national news stories on him, it's nothing but negative press. The only thing they can ever do a story on him for is virtue signaling, and virtue signaling isn't a policy. He has no record to stand on. Here we go. Here's more receipts.
Officials say the illegal immigrant truck driver who allegedly caused a deadly crash in Florida could not speak English, yet he somehow obtained commercial driver's licenses in 2 sanctuary states, Washington and California. Video shows
woke ass states. Isn't that weird that they just let illegals get licenses out there that can't even speak English? Get the fuck out of my country. You can't even fucking have enough respect to even for anything in our country. You don't respect our laws. You don't respect our language. Get out. Just get out.
a minivan slamming into a semi-truck driven by that illegal immigrant. It is just harrowing video there. It's horrific to watch. He's accused of trying to make a reckless U-turn across 3 lanes on a highway. And that crash killed 3 people inside that minivan. Here's Republican Congressman Brian Mast of Florida.
I want to see real quick, you know what a libtard's argument would be? Well, white people get into car accidents too. Yeah, so we should import people from third world countries to come here and get in car accidents to kill more Americans. That's what you will always hear whenever you ask these people, well, they're killing people out here. Oh, so we kill people too. So we should import more to keep killing more Americans. Okay, that would otherwise be alive if they just weren't here.
Have been stopped if the right policies would have been adhered to, and of course California doesn't adhere to those policies. Obviously in California they're more than happy to not really examine these individuals to see if they can actually even speak the language for the roads that they're about to drive on.
Investigators with the Transportation Department gave the suspect an English proficiency test. And Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said this: the driver failed the assessment, providing correct responses to just 2 of the 12 verbal questions and only accurately identifying 1 of 4 highway traffic signs.
That's
Senior
Harjinder Singh, that 28-year-old truck driver, is expected back in Florida later this week to face state charges of vehicular homicide. He's currently being held without bond in California.
Good.
He appeared for an extradition hearing in Joaquin County. He agreed to sign paperwork for his extradition during that hearing. He relied on an interpreter to explain the proceedings to him. The truck driver's understanding of English and road signs is central to the investigation into last week's fatal crash on Florida's Turnpike because he is accused of ignoring an official use only sign while attempting that U-turn across the divided highway.
That should have never happened. He should have never been here. He certainly shouldn't have gotten a commercial driver's license from California.
The DOT.
Yeah, okay, we know all this. Now, I just want to take a look at Joe Scarborough's reaction to idiot, scumbag, rat bastard Gavin Newsom and his portrayal of just, if you can't beat him, be him, right? And he's not even running against Trump. So what is it? Trump's done after this. What is this all about? This is so retarded. But I mean, that's all libtards care about is hate Trump more, hate him more. Here we go.
Democrats are trying to find their footing, and it's quite embarrassing, actually. I mean,
yes,
Gavin
it is.
Newsom, I mean, have you seen what he's doing online? And it's like, just take a deep breath. Yeah. Don't try to turn the ship 180 degrees and one. They don't know what to do. I have a good idea. Instead of trying to school Donald Trump, talk into the camera about affordability.
Where's the policy?
Talk about making groceries
there is none.
more affordable. Talk about what you're going to do for housing.
They fail on policy.
Talk about what you're going to do for energy prices.
On the battlefield of ideas, they fail every time because their stupid radical ideas and policies, they never work. They never work. All it is tax people more. That's it. Tax people more, and we'll find a way to get these things done through taxing people more. That's it.
Continue to go up. We heard the congressman yesterday talk about energy prices skyrocketing in New Jersey. Don't try. As I've been saying, Donald Trump's not on the ballot in 26. He's not on the ballot in 28.
Exactly.
Why try to drag Muhammad Ali in the ring when you got Chuck Wepner standing right in front of you? And Wepner's a bleeder. He's a bleeder. You want him. So why are you going, I'm going after Donald? No, you're not. You're not running against Donald Trump. Go after Tweedledee or Tweedledum. Chuck Wepner, a bleeder. Go after him. No disrespect to Chuck Wepner.
Yeah, all due respect, of course.
He kind of held in there longer with
Inspired
Ali
Rocky,
than most
many people say.
I think he did, yeah.
I mean, this is the attention economy that Governor Newsom understands. You got to get attention somehow, so he's on social media doing parodies of Donald Trump, and he's trying his best to kind of grab some attention. I think he's looking beyond 2026.
Breathing into a paper bag. I'm trying to calm down a little bit, but John just quoted a remarkable stat out of the New York Times that in the 30 states where they track voter registration over the past 4 years, Democrats have lost to Republicans in every single state.
So this is the $24 million question, right? Why are Democrats not... why are the polls bad? Why are they not breaking through?
Because they're on 80-20 every issue.
The people who are breaking through are brave, right? They talk like humans. They make the case, And again, it's like Pritzker's chief of staff.
Pritzker is an idiot. They gerrymandered their state. They have political watchdogs give their state an F, like the way it's ran, because he's gerrymandered his state more than any other state in the country. And they have the nerve to criticize Texas. And Newsom's failing on that here, too. They've done multiple polls. I think one had like 800,000 people in it or 100,000. It was like 18% want him to redistrict and the rest don't. That means it's deeply unpopular. And if he's going to lose when we vote on that on November, if for somehow they get it through or whatever, if it's going to cost California so much money, they're not going to do it. They won't pass, and it'll be one of his biggest failures to add to.
It's not necessarily left versus center. It's fight versus cave. And the people who fight get support. And the people who cave or are mealy-mouthed or are, very sort of corporatist-y, that crew, the crew that's afraid, cannot break through. does not appeal to voters. The question is, it's only going to be for people who really feel authentic, right?
Sherrod's never been afraid of a shadow.
Exactly.
He's always spoken his mind.
Chris Murphy, Sherrod Brown, Mondami, these people, AOC, they're not all exactly the same politically, but they are the same in the fact that they're brave and they break.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, this is going to last like, what, another couple days, because he just keeps getting trolled right back with the truth on how terrible he is, and just he doesn't even know what's going on in his own state. He's giving away licenses to illegal aliens, commercial truck driving licenses to go across the country. Absolutely insane, dude. All right, let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You got to say that because the algorithm's gonna look for it. Peace.